All right, hey everyone. Today we're here with Kristi Midgette of Kristi Midgette Photography to talk about her business on the Outer Banks.
Hey Kristi!
Hey, how's it going?
Cool. So first question we have, tell us a little bit about how you got started doing weddings here.
Okay. I started doing small ones. I worked for my mother at the White Doe Inn in Manio, and she wanted to start doing weddings, so I actually learned kind of on my own, and I took classes online and learned from some other photographers. So I started doing like 2 people weddings.
Yeah.
Just kind of seeing if I liked it. I loved it, so I just kept doing, more and more bigger weddings and went from there.
So you said that you learned from other photographers and did some classes and stuff. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What would you say the biggest wedding you've done since then is? How many people?
I think I did a 1,500 person wedding one time.
1,500?
That was a long time ago.
Where was that?
Pirates Cove. And they did it outside in a tent.
Wow.
They had heaters. It was
Who knows
cold.
1,500 people?
Well, people from inland, they were farmers. They have a lot of, I guess, friends.
That is so cool. I would love to see those photos.
That was so long ago. I don't even know if I have those.
Wow.
So what made you decide to do weddings here on the Outer Banks?
So I'm from here originally, born and raised. I moved away, went to college, came back. And just, this is probably one of the most beautiful areas to photograph. I mean, anywhere you look, it's just beautiful. So it makes
your
my
whole
job
family's
easy.
here, right? Your whole born and raised whole family's here. Very cool. Couldn't stay away. Couldn't stay away.
Once you're from here, you don't ever leave. You leave for a little while and then you come back.
Yep, exactly. And if you're not from here, you find your way and then you never leave.
Yeah, very true.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what makes a wedding fun to photograph. What are your favorite parts?
So my favorite part would probably be the bride and groom when I get them by themselves.
Okay.
And just kind of have them interact. I place them in a situation, let them interact, and I capture the in-between moments that they, more candid.
Okay.
And that's probably my favorite part of the wedding.
That's awesome. So that was another question we actually had for you is like, how do you create those candid moments? Because I think that's a lot of people's favorite photos are those moments the in-betweens. And so you're saying you just kind of like give them the freedom, you like put them in the area and then just kind of give them the freedom?
So they're not really candids. Everybody always says, I want a candid shot, but they're kind of like posed candid.
Okay.
So, because you don't want somebody looking bad, you don't want them opening their mouth and having like odd moments. So I kind of guide it, but I let them interact. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you started with elopements of the White Doe Inn for your mom. How long ago was that? Like how long have you been in business?
About 18 years.
Oh my gosh.
Long time. I've been doing it a long time.
Now, at what point did you become part of the wedding association here?
About a year after that. So I've been a part of the wedding association from the very start, pretty much.
Kristi's an OG.
Yeah, I've been around. I was one of the original.
Cool. How do you feel being a part of the association has sort of helped your business?
It's helped a lot. I get so many referrals from other vendors through it. It's, being a part of a community. We started out very small. There was probably 10 people when I started. Now there's like 200 members or more. So I've kind of grown with, the members, which is nice. And, I get a lot of inquiries from you guys, and it's just really helped.
Cool.
So how would you say that, 18 years in business and being part of AWA since the get-go, how would you say like things have really changed from 18, 20 years ago, weddings on the Outer Banks? What did that look like compared to what weddings have been in the last like 2 to 5 years? Tell us a little bit about that change, that shift.
Really exploded. When I first started doing it, we had weddings, but not as many as we do now. Like it's really grown phenomenally. And we do a lot more big weddings, I think.
Okay.
You know, and there's a lot more vendors to do weddings, so it's just kind of exploded.
Yeah, so probably like less venues, more event homes, or was it kind of the opposite? Like, what was that
There's
like?
more venues now than there was when we started, but yeah, there is a lot of weddings at houses, I feel like.
Now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I guess sort of different than 18 years ago, now there's a lot more weddings and a lot more photographers here too as well. So what would you say sort of is your signature style? What sets you apart?
So I would describe my work as light and airy, romantic, you know, more classic. So that would be how I would describe it.
Mm-hmm. Timeless.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
agree.
we're timeless.
Yep.
Kristi, what would you say your favorite part of being a wedding photographer is?
So I would say just everybody's happy that day, and you know the two people are in love. It's just always a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
Seeing people in
All
love.
the joy.
Mhm.
Definitely, especially at the reception when everyone's sort of loosey-goosey and having fun. What's your favorite part about the reception, like the best photos to take there?
So the best part of the reception would be like the first dances. I feel
Okay.
like, especially like the father daughter. I always get emotional still to this day after
Aw.
18 years when I see that.
That's nice.
Those are powerful. I love watching the dances.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're sort of at the end, not really end, but like there's a light at the end of the tunnel for COVID. How do you see weddings looking in the future?
So what I'm seeing right now is smaller weddings, you know, maybe 20-person weddings.
Micro weddings.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, they need less time. You know, I'm not there as long, but it's working.
Yeah.
And they actually seem to be a little nicer. You know, they get more time to spend with their guests.
Yeah.
They're actually a little more elaborate because they can spend more. There's less people.
Yeah, that's definitely a pro.
What kind of like wedding style or trends do you like? Is there anything that's like your favorite? Or I know you photograph all types, all sizes, but is there any like trend you love or any style you love?
I think we're moving away from the boho look, which
Mhm.
was, you know, popular for so long. It seems to be more trendy to have like, you know, bolder colors, you know, like the
Mhm.
emerald green or
Dual tones.
something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, which I love.
Yeah.
Because it pops. You know, the color adds more to the photography.
Mm-hmm. So when booking your wedding photographer, it's super important that personalities match. Talk to us a little bit about what your personality is like and how it is to work with you.
So I tend to be more laid back, easy to work with, flexible, you know, kind of put you at ease the day of the wedding. And, you know, almost not that you don't see me as much, you know, kind of in the background.
Little ninja, just
Mhm.
getting the shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the bride at ease, you know, kind of more
That's
relaxed.
Definitely something that people are looking for on that day.
Mhm.
All right, well, thank you, Kristi, for being here with us and taking the time to answer a few of our questions.
How can everybody find you if they want to see more of your work and more about you?
Yeah, so go to www.kristimidgette.com. I also am on Instagram, Kristi Midgette Photography, Facebook.
And of course, find her on our ABO website.
Under photographers.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thanks.
Bye.
All right.